The Omen it's hard for people to remember now.
The thing about The Omen, now it might be hard to remember because The Omen has become so famous. So if you've never seen The Omen before, you've probably heard that it's a movie about a boy who's going to be the Antichrist. You've probably heard about that.
It's lost on a lot of people now because everyone knows that Damien is the Antichrist.
But when you saw the movie in 1976, you didn't exactly know that.
But when you first saw The Omen at the theaters when it came out, you didn't know Damien was the Antichrist.
When people saw The Omen in the 70s, when it came out in that first year of release, you didn't exactly know that.
Because they're not saying per se in the TV spots. Eventually they did, but not at first.
They didn't say that 100% in the TV spots or even in the trailer.
They didn't say that in the TV spots. They didn't say that in the trailers. There was something going on. They alluded to it, but they didn't say this is a movie about a boy who is the coming of the Antichrist. They did not specifically say it. They talked about 666, they talked about stuff like that, but they were very obscure about what the actual plot of the movie was.
Yeah, you don't really know what's up with this little fucking kid, all right?
So you didn't really know a whole lot more than Gregory Peck did.
You're figuring there's a whole mystery going on that you're figuring out right along with Gregory Peck.
It's a mystery that you're figuring out the way Gregory Peck is figuring it out.
You were in a similar situation to Gregory Peck.
And so then you go through the whole mystery with Gregory Peck and you figure it out.
No, you're learning with him what the deal is. He spends the first half of the movie, more than the first half of the movie,
figuring it out,
trying to figure out, putting the mystery together. And it's not the kind of movie where it's like, oh man, 10 minutes in, you know exactly what's going on, and you gotta wait 45 minutes for Gregory Peck to figure it out. And then by the time they go to that cemetery, now you know what's going on. You have actually caught up with the movie. And then it has that scary sequence with the Rottweilers, and now you're all in. So from that point on, that's what the movie's about, and then you're watching it, leading to him taking the child to that church altar.
Yeah.
Go in. Yeah.
Deserves like a success for The Omen. The Omen works, does in his script. Yeah. And again, he's coming up with David Seltzer's coming up with mythology that has now people actually think that the Antichrist will be born of a jackal. I did for a while. No, that's just from the fucking movie. That's not in the Bible. There's no jackal shit in the Bible, right? No, there won't be 3 6s on the. That's all David Seltzer. That's not from Revelations.
But you don't just.
I bought it. All right.
And I love the movie The Omen, but especially in the first half, his characterization of the characters is just far more richer than the actors, except for Gregory Peck. It's obvious he's writing that lead role for Gregory Peck. But the other secondary characters, they're just richer in the book than they are in the movie.
Palmer's Carrie. I think when The Omen actually ended up outbeating him at the box office, he really resented that. And he said the reason The Omen did better is because they had Gregory Peck. I'm not saying Gregory Peck should have been in Carrie, but if we could have had a Gregory Peck in Carrie, it would have beaten The Omen. And he was just positive it was because he didn't have a big famous movie star.